My name is Ethan Walker, and I was supposed to get married last Saturday. It all started 6 months ago when I proposed to my girlfriend of 3 years, Vanessa. We met during college, shared an apartment soon after graduation, and talked endlessly about the life we wanted together. I thought we were solid. We laughed a lot, argued rarely, and always found our way back to each other after minor disagreements. Or so I believed. Vanessa was charming. She worked as a marketing manager for a trendy wellness company and loved being the center of attention. Me. I'm a software engineer, calm, quiet, and more into coding and weekend hikes than parties or clubs. Our opposites attract dynamic worked well, or so I thought. The planning of our wedding went smoothly. Vanessa insisted on taking the lead with most things: floral arrangements, guest list, venue, even our wedding hashtags. I helped when asked, but mostly stayed out of the way to avoid adding stress. 2 nights before the wedding, she went out for her bachelorette party with her close group of girlfriends. She rented a suite at a rooftop hotel downtown and had dinner, drinks, and planned to stream part of it for fun on social media, as she often did with moments of her life. I didn't think much of it, she always documented everything. In fact, I even helped her set up the lighting for her little livestream ring light before she left the house. That night, I stayed home and worked on some small last-minute details for our honeymoon itinerary. Around midnight, I got a message from a buddy of mine, Mike. He simply said, "You might want to check Vanessa's stream, man." I opened the app. My hands were shaking before I even tapped on her profile. The video was still live. It had thousands of views and hundreds of comments. My fiancé was clearly drunk, laughing with a group of her friends. They were dancing, music blasting, and champagne flowing like a waterfall. But that wasn't the part that tore me apart. In the middle of the stream, someone off camera said, "Vanessa, are you sure you want to go through with this?" She giggled and turned to the camera. I don't know. Should I even marry him?" she slurred, twirling a bottle in her hand. "I mean, Ethan is sweet and all, but come on. I could do better, right?" Her friends howled with laughter. "Say it louder for the people in the back," one of them shouted. Vanessa, looking straight into the camera, said, "He's so boring. Like, he'd rather organize code than a night out. He has no clue what I do when he's not around." Someone asked, "Like what?" She just winked, tossed her hair, and said, "Secrets, secrets." The comments exploded. Laughing emojis. Shocked faces. Some people even tagged me in the chat. I watched the rest of the video in silence. At one point, a guy entered the frame. She called him Dylan, and the way she threw her arms around him told me everything I didn't want to know. His hand stayed a little too low on her back. She didn't pull away. I paused the video. My stomach churned. I sat in our apartment, surrounded by wedding decorations, gifts, her dress hanging in the corner, mocking me. That moment destroyed something in me. But I didn't scream. I didn't throw things. I simply stood up and started packing. By the time Vanessa returned the next morning, hungover and giddy, she didn't expect to find me gone. I left her a note and sent a message to the wedding planner, my family, and hers, canceling everything. I didn't explain at first. I wanted her to be the one to explain. She called and texted endlessly. "Ethan, where are you? Why are you not answering? Are you seriously doing this now?" Finally, I replied. I didn't write a long message. I didn't threaten or curse. I simply sent a clip of her own stream. The exact moment she asked, "Should I even marry him?" I captioned it, "No. You shouldn't. So I'm making that easier for both of us." I blocked her afterward. The fallout was huge. Her friends tried to do damage control. Some sent me messages blaming alcohol, saying she didn't mean it, or everyone jokes at parties. But deep down, I knew what I saw wasn't just a joke. It was truth, poured out under the influence of champagne and a false sense of privacy. The story went semi-viral. Someone had screen recorded the live and posted it. It was shared across platforms. Titles like "Bride Destroys Her Own Wedding with One Drunk Comment" trended for days. Her company put her on leave because the video included some vulgar remarks about clients too. As for me, I didn't bask in the attention. I quietly refunded what I could, moved in with a friend temporarily, and focused on work. My parents were supportive but heartbroken. They liked Vanessa, and none of us saw this coming. Weeks passed. Vanessa sent handwritten letters, flowers, even tried showing up at my work. She cried, begged, told me she loved me, that she was just nervous, that she was drunk, that I was the best thing that ever happened to her. But I couldn't forget her words, "He's so boring. I could do better. And worst of all, he has no clue what I do when he's not around." That wasn't just a drunken joke. That was who she really was. 1 month later, I booked a solo trip to Colorado, somewhere quiet, surrounded by nature, where I could hike, disconnect, and rebuild. On a trail near Breckenridge, I met someone unexpected. Her name was Rachel. She was funny, outdoorsy, loved silence as much as I did. We hiked together, had dinner one evening, then lost touch. 3 months after that, she found me on Instagram. We started talking again. No pressure, no expectations. It's been a year since that disaster. Rachel and I are slowly building something real, without live streams, without pretending, without public displays meant to get likes or reactions. Just honesty. I still think about Vanessa sometimes, not out of longing, but out of gratitude. Because she showed me exactly who she was before I made a mistake I couldn't undo. I dodged a bullet, thanks to her own livestream.